Most contractors work hard. Early mornings, long jobs, tight deadlines, endless calls. And for years you've been told that if you just keep working harder, success will follow. But let me ask you something honestly. If being busy equals success, why are so many contractors still financially stressed after years of grinding? Why does a full schedule not always mean financial freedom? That's exactly what Rich Dad, Poor Dad challenges. The book makes one powerful distinction that every contractor needs to understand. There's a difference between earning income and building wealth. In this video, we're not just talking about motivation. We're breaking down the core lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad and applying them directly to contractors and service business owners. Because the difference between staying busy and building real freedom isn't how hard you work, it's how you structure what you build. If you're serious about growing beyond just doing jobs, this is for you. You were taught that if you kept working hard, success would eventually follow. Take more jobs, stay fully booked, answer every call, work longer hours than everyone else. That's the formula most contractors believe in. And for a while it works. The phone rings, the schedule fills up, money comes in, you feel productive, needed, in demand. It feels like progress. But let me ask you something honestly. If being busy is success, why are so many contractors exhausted after years of grinding? Why do full calendars still come with financial pressure? Why does hiring one helper increase stress instead of freedom? Why does growth often feel heavier instead of lighter? That's where the shift begins. Because income and wealth are not the same thing. Being busy creates income. Ownership creates wealth. If your business depends entirely on you, showing up every day, lifting, fixing, installing, managing, chasing payments, then you don't own a business. You own a job. Now pause and reflect. If the calls stopped tomorrow, how long could your business survive without panic? 1 slow month, 2 slow months, a seasonal dip. Would you feel stable or stressed? That question is not meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up, because success does not begin with more jobs. It begins with structure. Most contractors build skill. Very few build systems. Skill gets you paid. Systems build freedom. One of the biggest principles from Think and Grow Rich is definite purpose. Most contractors say, I just want more leads. That is not a purpose. That is a reaction. A definite purpose sounds like this. I will build a 3-truck operation within 3 years with predictable revenue, clear pricing structure, and systems that allow me to step back. Clarity changes behavior. When you have no clear direction, you accept every job. You underprice to stay busy. You stay reactive. When you have a definite purpose, you become selective. You think long term. You build intentionally. Reflection, challenge, empowerment, over and over. Now let's talk about belief. Many skilled installers secretly believe something dangerous. I'm just a tradesman. I'm not a business person. I'm not good with numbers. That belief limits everything. Because the moment you identify only as a technician, you stop thinking like an owner. Owners think about leverage. Owners think about branding. Owners think about hiring. Owners think about profit margins. Owners think about assets. Your identity determines your ceiling. If you believe you are only here to do jobs, you will always be stuck doing jobs. If you believe you are building a company, your decisions change. Now here's the uncomfortable challenge. Are you building something that works without you? Or something that collapses the moment you stop? That question separates busy contractors from business builders. Another powerful idea is persistence. Most small operators quit too early. They try marketing once and stop. They hire once and give up. They increase prices once and panic. But real growth requires consistency, consistent marketing, consistent follow-up, consistent standards, consistent improvement. Wealth is built slowly, not in one big contract, not in one lucky month, but through disciplined repetition, reflection, challenge, empowerment. Let's go deeper. Fear controls many decisions. Fear of charging more, fear of losing customers, fear of hiring, fear of investing in systems, so you stay safe. But safe often means small. Depending entirely on your physical effort is risky. Having no systems is risky. Avoiding growth is risky. Doing nothing is also a decision, and that decision compounds over time. Now think differently. Instead of asking, how do I get more jobs? Ask, how do I build something that produces predictable income? That question changes everything. It shifts your focus from hustle to structure, from survival to strategy, from income to assets. Assets in a contractor's world look like strong brand reputation, repeat customers, service contracts, well-trained crew, documented systems, clear pricing models. These are business assets. They generate income beyond just your personal labor. Hard work builds cash. Assets build leverage. 10 years of nonstop grinding will exhaust you. 10 years of system building will transform you. Time magnifies direction. So ask yourself honestly, if you continue exactly as you are, where will your business be in 5 years? Still dependent on you? Still reactive? Still stressed during slow seasons? Now imagine 5 years of intentional structure building, clear goals, proper pricing, documented processes, trained team, strong brand. Which future feels stronger? You don't need dramatic risk. You don't need overnight change. You need clarity. You need discipline. You need long-term thinking. Define your purpose. Strengthen your belief. Act consistently. Build assets. Think like an owner. Repeat. Because the goal is not just to stay busy. The goal is to build something that outlives your daily effort. One day, if you do this right, you'll notice something powerful. You are no longer chasing jobs out of pressure. You are choosing growth out of confidence. And that shift changes everything. The lesson from Rich Dad Poor Dad is simple but uncomfortable. Working hard is not enough. Staying busy is not enough. Making money is not the same as building wealth. If your business depends entirely on you showing up every day, lifting, installing, fixing, chasing, managing, then working hard is not enough. Staying busy is not enough. Making money is not the same as building wealth. If your business depends entirely on you showing up every day, lifting, installing, fixing, chasing, managing, then you are earning income, but you are not yet building assets. And assets are what create freedom. The contractors who stay stuck are not less skilled. They just never shift from labor to leverage, from doing jobs to owning systems, from earning money to building structure. So as you go back to your projects, your clients, your next quote, remember this. Don't just ask, how can I get more work? Start asking, how can I build something that works without me? That is the difference between surviving and scaling. That is the difference between income and wealth. And that is the real message behind Rich Dad Poor Dad. Because the goal isn't to stay busy. The goal is to grow beyond the job and start building assets that grow with you.